Hello, Bluetooth only Icebound Glaceon, and I realized my mic audio is actually not that good. Oh well. um, so I have a few things to show in this. Yeah, I'm being very vague. I have a few things to show you guys. First of all, I never really explained how this mechanical leg works. Um, I did say that the piston offers resistance, and all you have to do is rotate this bearing, and with the fact that there's resistance there, and it wants to stay vertical, even if like I don't know, let's weld this portion to the ground, and let's add a bunch of weight, and let's remove that weight. Yeah, see, it always wants to stay straight up and down. So you can still add a decent amount of weight before it topples over. And, the more legs you have, it's still, not completely toppled over there. Which is nice. And it always wants to return back. So I explained that part of it where, it doesn't really need stabilization. But I never really explained how the leg works. The vehicle is based off of these kind of legs. This is the fourth walker I guess I've ever made. I did a stream where I made a few walkers. Let's see. I should still have them saved. I have this one. I have this one, which was faster. And then, did I still have the last one? Or did I not save it? I apparently did not save it. Okay. The last design was... I don't even have it on here. I don't even remember what it was. Okay, never mind. Alright, so this one is simple. You just, use a controller, rotate these. You can select which controller moves when, and then you have a W, not S, but just W, and a AD converter. Keep it basic, so, you can hold forward, you can move forward. This suspension is there to dampen it. You can press, left, and it'll just activate the one side. Press right, activates the other. Reverse will do nothing, it has no reverse, and yeah, you can go forward. So that is one design. The other design was a lot slower, right? But you still had, one side you could rotate. This is it, a lot slower. And you had your forward. Doesn't matter what sequence they were in, it's all set up. And then you have your left, right? So that's that. Then I built this walker when I found out that instead of yeah, the other design was here. I remember this. I remember now. The third design, which is about the same speed as this one, I think it's slightly faster. The other design was, if I stop getting distracted, say if you have a rotating piece right here, right? Go like that, and you go like that, right? So this would be your leg right here, and you have to extend it by 2, right? And now all you have to do is rotate that bearing right there, and this piece will slide up and down through this gate. The problem I found with this is A, you have friction. The game hates friction. B, a lot of the times this arm, whether you hit it or whatever, would come out of this bracket here. So I figured, well, there's got to be a way, right, to make it so you can still have a leg go vertically up and down and, still have a rotating bearing here. So I'm like, oh, well, let's try a piston. Not a suspension, but a piston. Because they're pretty flexible. You can make them go straight up and down, not, be able to move in any which way. And I realized, yeah, if you use a controller, it will work. If you use an electric engine, it will work. If you use a gas engine, not on max, it will not work. You actually do need quite a bit of torque to be able to spin this because of the resistance from the piston. But the controller is stronger than the piston, which is nice. So you just have your open up the back here. This is one of my first few quote-unquote walkers. It's more of a crawler. Yeah. This doesn't use suspension glitch. In fact, uses no glitches at all besides the seats are, you know, kind of welded into each other just to make it compact or more compact. So, you know, you have left, right, you have reverse because you're using a controller, which is perfect, right? So yeah, it's not terrible. It's quite shaky and yada yada, but no, it's not too bad. I don't know. So yeah, the connections are very basic. Like you don't even have to hook up the piston, the suspension, any of the other bearings, just the one bearing, and then if you want steering, steering bearing. So this worked great. It's not fast, but you know it's decent. So I wanted to dampen the vertical movement more, and you know make it so these will actually be able to step up blocks because if you have this, they just go a little bit up. It's like in a oval pattern there. So what I did was I added joints to the legs. This took me so long to make joints. As I said before, they do flex. They do give a little bit of give. The way it works is I have the bearings offset with a piston in the middle. So it tries to bend right here. So it tries to extend or compress right here. But it really cannot because you know the piston can't really get smaller, and when it tries to extend it's going to try to retract in, which is why when you push in a certain direction it pulls itself back. Of course in the one direction it's still got a little bit of give by default, so it's not going to be perfectly straight up and down, but it's enough. It's enough to keep it quite stable. So that's how the walkers work. Now I want to show you how the glitch in the center works. It's a suspension glitch. Did I make any recent creations with it in it? I did I save it? I don't know if I saved it. It's probably flying around somewhere in the world right now. Because I don't think I saved it. There's no way oh, there it is. There it is. This thing right here. Yeah. This is a work in progress, so to speak. So when you get in the vehicle, the initial hovers are turned on. You press the button, you know, main hover set turns on. So using controllers, you know, you can go over the distance or lower than the distance. You can actually steer without using a suspension glitch. Right? You just left, right, just using the thrusters to steer yourself. This is kind of a hybrid vector flying. It's not really. I just wanted something. So yeah, and to go to reverse, you just, you know, reverse, standard, you know, push it forward. You can turn at any angle you have. You can also make it go down, but to make it go down, it's easier just to turn off the main thrust. I do have a gyro in there, actually. Let's just land here. Let's just straight up and down. We'll release. And I'll just chuck it towards the ground. Yeah, okay. And as soon as you get out of the seat, all the stuff will turn off, which is nice. As I said, work in progress. This probably won't be in the workshop unless you guys want me to. This gyroscope is not mine. I will have to... This one. So this person used, you know, 4 blocks high, 5 blocks wide. You know, simple, small gyro, right? I got the stabilization using Brent Batch's stabilizer to make it, you know, 1 block shorter, and then I could remove a controller and rewire it and make it even, you know, another block shorter. I could also place them anywhere else in the vehicle and make it, you know, that 1 block skinnier, but I figured, you know what, let's just weld it in. I want to test right now. I don't want to wait. Yeah, that's the gyro. So you can still flip it, even though it looks like, you know, this is the same mechanism that's in the walker. You know, you have 2 of them. That's actually not a suspension glitch. This thing, yeah, it's trying to stabilize itself. But you can actually flip this thing. So, yeah, it has no issues with being flipped, except for the stabilizers trying to flatten it. The stabilizer's just enough to combat these side thrusters throwing it at whatever angle. It is not enough to keep it from, you know, flipping it like this. it's trying, but it can't. You can hear the controllers going there where it's trying to right itself. And this still stays perfectly flat. It's the reason I'm using this gyro, because the weight difference makes it so, well, there is none. There's no rotating parts except for the side and side. So it's less likely to get off tilt than most glitches or stabilizers, which is why I'm using this gyro. And also the fact it's decently compact, that you can make it way more compact. I've seen people make it way more compact. As for this system in the middle here, so a lot of people seem to think for a suspension glitch, you have a few different kinds, right? You have a suspension glitch welded to itself, which is a stabilizer. So let's just type in stabilizer. There's a whole whack of them by Brent Batch, right? And this is just a suspension pushing against itself, which apparently creates a suspension glitch. So you can put a little bit of weight on it, not much, just a little bit, right? And it will take a while to get off tilt, right? And if you don't have it in the direct center of mass of your vehicle when you're making a flyer, it will get off tilt. This one doesn't matter because the center of mass of this gyro is, well, right in the middle, and there's no moving parts, so it works. That's, as I said, why I'm using that one. This one's a little different. It tries to go straight down, but doesn't really work. He does have, yeah, he does have suspension there. He's using the bigger ones because these ones are quote-unquote stronger. Not really. It's negligible. He also has it, lower down, so it will try to find the bottom easier. So this is technically slightly better than this, but I wanted compactness, so I sacrificed a little bit of efficiency for compactness. So everyone seems, I don't know, I got off topic there. Everyone seems to think that for a suspension glitch you need, I need a suspension in my inventory. Easier to do with steering too. I have mods. I have mods. I have mods? I have... What? I have... Shh. Oh. Apparently I have mods. I only added one mod, and that one mod I added was the Wings mod. But yeah, you can see the Wings mod is here, but I don't know why Lord Payne's, I think this is Lord Payne's mod. It's, why? Why? I hate mods with a passion. Besides the airplane mod, the Wings mod, because that adds something to the game that the game desperately needed. So a lot of people seem to think for a suspension glitch you need, like for glitch steering you need, this setup right here. One bearing piston, it tries to push against itself, right? You put on your seat and you just, boop, done, cool, right? Only the one's hooked up. Left, right, it works, right? Disconnect that. Okay, let's try this one. Left, or right, sorry, left. So it's already stronger. Well, you could actually hook up both. And yeah, this is even more powerful. This speed is kind of, you can't change it much. Yeah, even more powerful. The downside about this one is since you have a suspension pushing against itself, you could roll this perfectly fine, right? No issues. You can, yeah, and you can rotate in that axis perfectly fine. If you try to rotate it in this axis, it has a little bit of a suspension glitch. Not much, a little bit. It's a little bit more than this one, but it's not too bad. So it's, in my eyes, it's still better, besides the fact that it creates a slight suspension glitch. There's ways around it. The main only way I know of is to put it on both sides, which is what you see in the hover, not in the walker, but in the hover there. Let's just, yeah, I'll use blocks, because it really does not matter. And you do that. You do have to put on a lift before you can add any blocks in between. I am also going to add block there, block there, that there. This has to be welded that, and then I should be able to just add a block there, and that should be the same object all the way through, and then this and that are separate, right? And this, you're thinking, well, you know, this one's okay, right? In the same amount of space. Same amount of space. So you have your regular, right? And then you have even more powerful. Nope, gotta rotate that one, right? Even more powerful. And then you have, yeah, and then the last one. Let's rotate that. So you're probably wondering, like, well, that's, you know, you're not really showing, you're just doing a nice wooden platform. It's not even that heavy. Let's just, yeah, it has no issues rotating at all. It just rotates. Again, a slight suspension glitch, right? Ever so slight. It's not terrible, right? Not terrible, but it's there. But the nice thing about this system here is since you have, you know, four, you can also do this with just the two instead of on both sides, which I did in the walker, but you can do on this one. But since you have, you know, two that you can push to get double the strength, you can actually have them push against each other, which is actually really cool. So this is what I did in the walker. It's not, you know, a stabilization glitch. It's the glitch steering, but to correct, you know, tilting. So let's just hook up buttons. We'll do switches. I don't even know if it matters at all. So you just hook up this one, infinitely rotate by like 5 degrees, 5 degrees, right? And then this one you do in the same direction, 5 degrees, 5 degrees, infinite rotate. I did put it on the, yeah. So let's just hook that one up to there, that one up to there. First button rotates ever so slightly, not a lot. The other way, rotates. Right? Should. Does it not? I have to. Huh. Is it like the bottom one does not want to rotate? Oh, that's because I left the other one enabled. Right? Did I? I must have fucked it up. So maybe they do have to be buttons or not on infinite rotation. Let's try that then. We have one. That's that one. So it does rotate a little bit. The other way should rotate the same. Oh, there you go. It's trying. It's trying to rotate. Yeah, it's very minor. So that's why I said this doesn't have a lot of force, but you know, you have the stabilization for the one side and the stabilization for another. It's just enough to keep a vehicle that isn't touching the ground from flipping. It's not enough to when you put a lot of weight to keep it fully stabilized, but in a gyro, it's decent for a vehicle that's moderately already stabilized, and stable. It works pretty well, like in my walker. All right, it doesn't need a lot of stabilization, mind you. This is half the strength that board is, so it's even less. But like, it's very minor stabilization, but it's just what it needs to keep it stable. I also didn't show in the video that you can take this one. Let's just put it double. Okay, so now it's corrected the bearings. Yeah. You can actually walk at decent speed without it looking like derpy walking. This one relies a little bit more. Oh wow, no. Doesn't. It's about the same. Same as stable. But you have, the faster movement speed, and I have the single suspension glitch on there for turning, right? So yeah, that's how the walker works. And yes, you can turn up the speed. If you wanted to look really derpy, I did this in a stream. double those. I'm going to reset the bearings because they're trying to rotate to the position they should be because it actually keeps that value. And yeah. It's just so derpy. I love it. Yeah, that's a thing. If you guys remind me, I probably will forget. I'll put a link to Brent Batch's channel, and if the guy has it listed for his gyro, let's see if he has it listed for his gyro. Aside, old one, a different language. Probably is the same thing that says there right here. This, yeah. Yeah, I'll just show you guys. I was created by 2 people. Interesting. Yeah, I'll link it to theirs in the description if you guys want me to. As I said, remind me if you want me to. If you guys don't care, just don't bother. Yeah, I think that's about it I wanted to show you guys in this video. How the walker worked, how the stabilization worked. I feel like I'm definitely missing something. This is my first plane. Because I showed you guys my first walker. And, you know, the walker after and the walker after that. And my first 2-legged walker. And I showed you how to do, you know, how it functions. Let's show you my first plane. This is 100% work in progress. Has 1 button, right? And that's it. Just 1 button. Otherwise, yeah, if you're forward thrust, yes, I use glitch thrusters, whatever. And yeah, you get into the air, the wheel retracts, you can turn, you know, let's just not hit the trees. There we go. Yeah. You can go down, you can go up, like, see, down, up, now we're going up, right? And we just keep on going up, 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 until, you know, we probably stall, or crash, or just do a loop. No, we're gonna crash. Oh! No, we almost had it. Yeah, we're screwed. But yeah, and you can go down as well. The button switches between trying to go up and down. I didn't want to make it too complicated and adding too many buttons. All this does is just swap these from, you know, pointing down to pointing up. That's all it is. If I wanted even better turning, I would add the steering bearings into the wings as well to make it turn properly. But I also put it on this one as well, so it's not as bad. Realistically, you need, you know, the thrust from these are not enough. It's better than it was, but it's not enough to be able to fly. So that's why I needed thrusters, but it is still decent. These wings are amazing. Oh my god. DOS did an amazing job. Love German people, and Australian people are fun. Germans are very creative and do amazing things when they're bored, but Australians are just fun. British people, yeah, that's my outlook. I don't hate them, I don't love them. It's depending on the person, basically. Some people are awesome, some people I've had issues with, so I have no comment on them. Besides that, as a comment. Yeah, see, you can still reverse. So it is still providing a little bit of thrust. But another thing you could do to get even more thrust is just throw some blades spinning in there, all along there, and then a few in the back. And that would definitely give you enough thrust, and it would still look decent. Otherwise, this propeller is pretty massive for the size of the actual airplane here. I know, like, the back wheels aren't supposed to be placed there, and the size is completely wrong, and, like, it's still really heavy, and it doesn't fly just using the propeller, and it's accurate for steering. I get that. I get that. This is my first plane. I made this on a whim. I didn't pay attention to detail. I just decided to make it. And since I'm OCD, I worried about the back being tilted, like that, and the front having, propeller blades and at least being curved there. Like, I a little bit, and I made sure the landing gear retracted on the front. And, once I got to fly, I'm like, oh, it flies. I'm not going to change it. Yeah. If you guys want, I could put this on the workshop. I'm not too proud of this. This is still a work in progress, as I said. If this video gets enough likes, a lot of these things that I said were work in progresses, I probably will work on, because, when you guys like something, it tells me you want to watch it. Simple as that. Con Gaming watched my last video. It blows my mind that someone with that many subscribers would even, you know, take time out of their busy schedule to even watch one of my videos, let alone, reply to everyone and oh no, that sounds so bad. No, not reply to everyone. Watch all the other YouTubers and creators' content. Like he actually took time to watch mine. Um, it amazes me. I thank you. But yeah, as I said, likes tell me you want me to upload more. If you see a video you like it, right? I'll upload more of it. If you don't like it, just don't watch. You could dislike, sure, whatever. But if you don't like it, don't put yourself through the trouble. Just don't watch. If you want to watch other people, I can give you a list of people that can do this kind of content better. Ones that don't spit into their mic. Ones that have better mic quality. Ones that don't rant about random stuff at the end of a goddamn video. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys liked the video, as I said, just if you want to talk to me after the video, anytime, have any suggestions, leave it in the comment down below, or just go to my Discord. Have a communication section there. Drop anything you want there. Any suggestions, anything. Let me know. See you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and I wonder how Puffy the potato feels about everyone launching those spuds everywhere. Just a side note, I thought I'd say that. Bye, guys.